Hey guys, MartyBoots here. Today I just want to make this video and introduce our new day trading tool. This is an extremely powerful tool. I have been trading for 16 years, and honestly, over the last 16 years I have never ever been able to find a good indicator that I can really rely on. So we kind of took it upon ourselves to try and develop a very, very powerful tool, a very powerful indicator that gives us buy and sell signals. Probably should say buy and short signals, and it gives you potential levels in the market where it's oversold or overbought, which we have combined many indicators into, plus our experience. I've been trading for 16 years in the market, so we have combined the knowledge and technology, I suppose you could say, the technology from the indicators, but also the experience of trading the markets for 16 years, and built our team, our CryptoCheck team, have built this indicator, this day trading tool. Now, no day trading tool will ever be perfect, no indicator will ever be perfect, but so far the results have been phenomenal for this indicator. There is times when it may not perform as good. There is a few rules to using it, but if you stick by the rules, in theory you should do very well, because it can be extremely powerful. Now, I don't want this video to be too long, but I'll just go through a few here. You can see obviously some signals. Now, there may be a signal here, and that might be after you may not think it's a great start, okay? But there is rules to this. Now, if you for example, this is a great, if you got in anywhere here, as a scalp on Bitcoin, yes, it's not much, right? It's only 0.5%, but there's rules to this. Now, if you get a breakdown in the market, for example, you can see there's a bit of a breakdown here, and this is a flush lower. And if you start forming bearish consolidation like this, this is a 10-minute chart, by the way. This part of the indicator is only working on a 10-minute chart. Now, we are developing 1 hour and 4 hour tools also for longer term signals, but this video is based on a 10-minute time frame. Okay, so if you start to develop a bear flag like this, you need to get out of your position. You need to be careful. Okay, that is one of the rules. But you can see down here, when it gets down to extremely oversold levels, there is not much downside there. And if you had started to scale into a position down here, when you get this alert, and the alert happens at real time, not on candle close, it happens on real time, which means you get alerted when you need to be down into the wicks, for example, and you're not getting alerted way back up here. Okay, the alerts are few and far between on each chart, okay, but we have them all routed through to our Discord server, so we can get, you might get 50 alerts a day. Every coin in the market is alerted through to our CryptoCheck Discord server, so we have a plentiful supply of alerts every single day for trading and making money. Now, I just want to go through some of them so you can see back there. I mean, yes, this wasn't great, but if you follow the rules, you know to get out in that bearish consolidation. You can make a small scalp. In here you can see the market did run on up from right down here. There was less than, there's about 1% downside, of course, but you can see there was a 8% bounce or whatever that is. You can see this one was a flawless. You see a big breakdown like that straight away. I mean, it was a 5% drop in the market. I don't really even have to check the rest of it, but another 8% drop actually. So I do not want to well, the video is going to be quite long anyway. So you can see bounce up right here, and automatically there's a scalp. This is a day trading tool, guys. It's a day trading scalping tool. You can get longer term positions on it, but also you can scalp for intraday trades. Now, you only need, in theory, 1 to 2% a day to be a professional trader. If you have $10,000 and you make 1% a day, you over the course of 1 year, your $10,000 turns into 1.5 million. Okay, so 1% a day is a very powerful number. And I'm not saying you just go for 1% a day, but I'm just saying that if you continue to make 1% a day, you can do extremely well in life and in the market. Okay, it's very powerful. But of course, if you do a lot more than that, you're going to get greater returns. Of course, like this alert right here, 2%, 3% bounce. Okay, Now there is one bad alert right in here in a market crash, okay, but all of these down here are very, very good signals. The market was not down there for very long at all in the spike, and of course we retrace back up. There's, depending on where you get in there, there's all of these alerts right down in here. One was a little bit early, there's a couple of percent to the downside, but you know, in these extreme crashes, of course things can be kind of oversold for a period of time, but you can kind of see there, obviously it recovered very well. I don't like this one right here. There's many reasons for this going off. There's the volume in here, the cluster in here, the drop, the size, magnitude of the drop, the break in the moving averages. But you can see that the rest of these alerts were very good, and it also nailed the exact top. Okay, look at the exact top there for a 9% drop. Now let's keep going because the video is going to be too long. You can see right here, you know, beautiful trade right there. And the beautiful thing about trades is can you get entered into the market where there's little to no risk. Okay, that's the secret to a very powerful alert. Okay, when you buy, there's not much downside. You're almost always in a winner, and that is what we tried to develop in this tool, to limit risk. Now again, no tool is going to be perfect, guys. It's not going to be perfect. You do need to have good risk management. Now look here, it nailed the exact top off there, Bitcoin. And you know, you can ask me about any chart. I'll make you a video on any coin. I'm not handpicking. This is just Bitcoin. This is what we get. Okay, you can see it nailed the bottom there for a 1.7% bounce. Now here's a very good one. You can see right here, it did nail the very top. Right, it nailed the very top of this move. So when zoomed in, you can see then what happens. If you form bullish consolidation, you got to get out of your trade. Okay, that's part of the rules. If you short here, and you can short that all day long, but you can see that there is well, you almost got a 1% drop from there, right? If you got in, and even if you didn't nail the very top, which you could have because there's 2 wicks up there, but even there you got 0.5% drop, but you get bullish consolidation. If you get bullish consolidation like that, you have to get out of your trade. Now we are also working to improve this indicator. You know, it takes time to develop and improve these things, but you can see here as well, look at this one, absolutely basically nailed the bottom on that for a beautiful 1.5% bounce before rolling over and going into serious chop. Okay, this one, right, there's well, we'll get to that one in a minute, but you can see here we nailed the exact top. Right, again, nailed the top. It's a beautiful thing. You can see right here. Now this one is not perfect, there's no question about that. There is, however, there is 0.5% bounce from here. If you got in very early, you obviously it did roll over on you, but it did come back into your break even or whatever. Now I do suggest if it's possible and something starts crashing down on you, you're probably best to get out. Okay, I mean that's probably it. This one, you probably took a small loss on that. I mean it just flushed back down. That's not a good signal. Now there's important things to understand. If you took that trade, there is suggestions to not take that trade because this market is breaking down. Look at this. This is a giant distribution bearish descending triangle pattern that when you break down, you're probably going to flush hard. Okay, so if you do take in your TA and your well, I would say skills, but this tool is supposed to be designed to help any level of trader. I'm trading 16 years and this tool helps me every day. It allows you to free up your time, and it gives you really high quality alerts. Now, but if a complete novice came in and they didn't understand that was a bearish descending triangle, they might have took a small loss on that. Okay, but you can see all of these other winners would make up for that. Okay, you can see, you know, look at that one right off there, 4.4%. Look at these two right here, nailed the exact low right up on there. So as long as you keep your losers small, okay, there's always going to be some sort of losers or difficult trades. No tool is perfect, but it is a very powerful tool. Now there is one area that it can struggle with. Okay, now here's another flawless one. Look at this, 9% drop in Bitcoin. That's in Bitcoin, guys. Okay, you imagine the gains it possibly can get on altcoins. Now this one is a difficult one, and this is part of the rules. this video is going to be too long if I go over the rules. This is not about the rules. This is an introduction to our tool, which a very powerful tool. But basically, this is a giant base. And if you zoom out onto larger time frames and stuff, this is a giant base. It's an Adam and Eve pattern. This is a breakout of an Adam and Eve bullish pattern, okay, after the banking crisis. This is the banking crisis, the crash and the collapse in the banking crisis. So things got extremely heated here, and we did go a little bit lower than some of these signals, but even still, this was basically the bottom of the market. If you actually see this here, you can see it was getting alerted right at the bottom, close to the bottom of the market. And if you started to accumulate here, you would have done extremely well. And that is in Bitcoin. It's a 45% bounce on Bitcoin, guys. Right? So take notice. A lot of the times, if you can get a lot of signals like this, but these signals here were not very good. Okay, let's zoom in to show it properly. What they did was, a lot of times when you get these, you can get bullish consolidation, okay? But these two top signals, you could have made money off those. Look at that, that's a 2% drop. So these two were very good. Now these two were not so good, but the first one, right? Even the first one kinda was bullish consolidation, right? And then we kind of went higher. So definitely not the best alert, and it was breaking out of a giant pattern. Okay, when you break out of a giant pattern, you can get forceful moves to the upside. Now, the alert before that, I can't spend too much time on any of the alerts, but you can see here it nailed this one. It nailed here for a small bounce, right? It nailed. You can see it got it on the bottom of the red candle, and you can see right off the bat there was a 2% bounce. It was flawless. It was beautiful. You 2% bounce on that straight away over the next 20 minutes. I'd take that all day, every day. That's fantastic. You can see right here straight away as well, that's a 1.7% bounce, 8% bounce, okay? And even down here, it nailed the lows on that. And yes, we bounced up into choppiness, but you can see right there, it nailed the lows for a bounce, and it was beautiful. In a banking crisis, it nailed the lows. Now here is a very interesting couple of sections. Now you can see here, nailed the exact top, right? Nailed the top. You can see right down in here. It flashed slightly early here, but this is right to the very lows. There's a 2% drop from there in a crashing market, but all through here, it is a beautiful, and you can see a 6-7% bounce on that. Any patience at all. Now this is a difficult one. It looks a lot worse than it is, but if I zoom in here, you can see that the first cluster here is mostly nailing the top. Right, it is basically nailing the exact top on it. Now you could have made a 1% drop there, and if you caught the bottom, that wick 1.2% drop. But if you can make close to the percent move, if you see this going into bullish consolidation, you got to get out. You got to get out. Okay. Now these were there's no question about it. These were early, and they're all a bit early because the market was crazy overheated. Look at this. This is coming out of the bottom. Look at this. This is a breakout of a big base again, and the market was extremely overheated. So there's no question about it. These were a sign of where the alert can have a little bit of trouble that we are working on. But it's good to showcase the bad results, because this is you got to understand where it can be bad. Now look here. These three are early, but if you look at the rest of this, if you start to short here and you see bullish consolidation here, you got to get out. You got to get out. If you see bullish consolidation right there, you got to get out. And then this went higher again. So you could have got short here again, attempted to get short. Now there was a 1% drop off this short, okay? But then if this comes back up and shows this bullish consolidation, look at this. This is more bullish consolidation. You need to get out of your trade. So although it looks a lot worse than it is, some of those were actually okay. These three are bad, okay? But these are all in bullish consolidation. If you see that bullish consolidation happening, you don't want to be getting long, okay? Just like here. You can short that, but you got to be very careful. Now 15 minutes into the video, I'm going to have to try and speed this up. You can see here, nailed the very top. Right, nailed the very top, and it actually dropped 8%. So yeah, this one, right, this is a little bit early, on the first one, but you know, anywhere in here, and you can see what happens here. Bearish consolidation. You get a big drop, and it's a bear flag pattern. It's a, you know, it's a flush, and it's a bear flag, and those bear flags can continuation. So when you do get an alert on those, you need to be prepared to sell. And what I like to do is I like to sell close to these first highs. Okay, and you could have made money on that. Okay, if you're watching that, but they're alerts that you need to watch the educational videos on the alerts and understand the rules. And if you understand the rules, it can protect you in situations like this. Let's keep going. So you know, nail the lows again. Nail the absolute lows. You know, is there a trade on there? There is a trade. You can get a 1% bounce off that one. You can see right here, nail the absolute lows there to the cent. Okay, now these parabolic moves again, breaking out of a big base. Now they are part of the rules. When you're breaking out of a big base like this, you have to be careful shorting. That's part of the rules. Now if you watch the educational content, it will tell you not to take these. Okay, it'll tell you not to take these. Now when you start getting really extended up here, these are the ones you want to be taking. But these parabolic straight moves up, you do not want to be shorting. That's part of the rules in our education. These you can take. Let's keep going. Now this is the end of the material of Bitcoin. You can see right here, there was an alert right there, and it nailed the exact top, of course, and it was bullish consolidation. You probably should have got out of that trade as a scratch, no profit, or maybe you could have made 1%. Actually, I should point that out. You could make 1% on the drop, but if you see bullish consolidation, you should get out. Okay, but that did drop almost 4%. Okay, so again here, this is bullish consolidation. You are not supposed to stay in that trade. Okay, you're not even supposed to take these in bullish consolidation. You can take it, you can take that short, but if there's no rejection and it consolidates bullishly, you got to get out. Okay, so that's some of the data on Bitcoin, guys. You can see how powerful it is. It's an extremely powerful tool. Now this is a 20-minute video almost. Let me run through maybe Pep coin, because it's a new coin and I can do it quickly before this video finishes. Okay guys, so it works on altcoins as well. Okay, it works on altcoins as well. Here's Pep. Here's recent signals on Pep. There's a 7% drop. You can see right here, initially there's a 2.5% drop for a very quick scalp. Now if you held longer term, of course there was a larger drop. Okay, with if you have, like, for example, a 2 to 3% stop there and you let that trade run, well, you could have made 7% to the downside or whatever, you know. Here's another one right here. You can see right there, obviously that kept going. There's a 17% bounce there. Now here is, well, we'll go to this one first. Okay, as you can see, it nailed the absolute top here. Nailed the absolute top. It even, you know, to the top wick right up in there. There's 20% drop right there, and it actually dropped, I don't know where that bottom wick is, but anyway, somewhere in there, it actually dropped 30%, guys, right, from that alert. Now here is another signal right here. Now you may think it was a bad signal, but when you kind of zoom in, it is not that bad at all. It's a 2.5% drop off here. Now a couple of these are a little bit early, but if you averaged in a bit of a buy here and a bit of a buy here, well, you would have done pretty well. You would have been able to get out with some profits. Now again, if you understand, this is bullish consolidation, right? It's bullish consolidation, so you got to be careful and get out of that before it runs again. Okay, so that's important. There's ways to tell, obviously. You know, this was a big breakout. Look at this breakout here of a downtrend, and you get to move up. All right, so it's best if you do take some TA into consideration. So here's two signals right here. You can see the first one. It must have alerted in here. You could have got in on this wick because it alerts real time. But even worst case scenario, you get in here on the close. That's a 12% drop, guys. That's a 12% drop on Pep. You can see here, if you get in on this first scalp, anywhere here, you know, that's a 4% drop right there. Now again, if you got an alert here again, wicked up in here because it wicked up previous here, you know, you probably got, well, there's a 4% drop on Pep again. So even those little scalps, you can take these as scalps and day trades. Remember, it's a day trading tool. You can see there's a 5% drop here. Of course, that was almost the very top, and you could have made a lot more if you started to average in on that. Now, I'm not saying that's easy to hold through all of that. It's not, because it's very it's a mess, right? You know, but if you did hold from this top, you know, there's a 26% drop. Okay, so as you can see right there. So guys, that is PEP. That's all the signals we got on PEP, but you can see that they were very powerful as well. This is a 20-minute video, so I'm definitely not going to keep going here, but this is an extremely powerful tool for old and new traders, for advanced traders and new traders to the market. It can help anybody. There is some rules and criteria that can help you improve on the signals to keep yourself out of you know, precarious situations. And there's also strategies to help you improve and kind of help you hold if you get on a trade, to try and maximize your profits. We have a full education channel based on this day trading tool. So guys, if you want to try out the day trading tool, come on into our CryptoCheck Discord. Take the three-day free trial, and you can try out these alerts for free. Now, our members get access to this script, and we also have the alerts routed through to our Discord in the day trading alerts channel. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is an extremely powerful tool. I look forward to seeing you in the Discord. Any questions, let me know. Send me a message, MartyBoots, and I will be happy to help out. Anyway, guys, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.